Okay, great. My name is Mark Lester. I'm the CEO and founder of PIPR Network, private investment publicly raised. And I'm going to talk to you tonight about how we're going to get accredited investors into private equity real estate funds, something that hasn't been doable until now. So the opportunity, we've got $60 billion a year invested in private equity real estate funds. Something happened the other day. Realty Mogul was successful in a B round. They don't do what we do, but they actually were very successful attracting equity to their company. 256 funds are raising equity at this point in time. Jobs Act legislation in 2012 changed things such that these private equity real estate funds can now solicit for themselves. So it makes it a lot easier to do what we want to do. 1 in every 20 households has $1 million of investable assets, and in 2013, 53,000 millionaires were minted in the US. So we see this giant opportunity really leading toward what we're pointing at, and that is that there are 81 million millennials here that have the investment potential to participate in these types of structures, as well as to influence their parents to do so. Okay? The problem, up until now, has been the friction encountered in doing this kind of thing. Even David Rubenstein of the Carlyle Group has been quoted as saying to bring a private investor into a private equity real estate fund could take as many as 30 presentations, and we aim to prove him wrong. 50% of the capital being solicited right now is raised, so we think there's room to increase that number. No single source for investors to go to find quality deal flow in private equity real estate. And finally, nothing offering comprehensive tools that can research, compare, and invest. I see I've got to move along here. The solution, eliminate friction by allowing fund managers to post their offerings, increase fundraising by introduction, provide quality fund offerings, provide investors single source to research, compare, and invest. And why us? Because we are a singular focus company. We are focused only on private equity real estate funds, not real estate specifically. We're a SaaS providing research, compare, and invest tools, powerful search capability on a par with Google. This is interesting. Out of 2,400 funds in North America, $60 billion a year is raised. We figure we can be in what we call the emerging manager class, funds under $1 billion, first, second, or third time raises. Our competition is not Realty Mogul, okay. All right, Realty Shares fundraise patch of land. As you see, they're not in the fund business, they are in real estate. There are 2 companies now in private equity real estate, actually private equity funds, but they're not doing real estate. This is ours, private equity in real estate, okay? So this is what we've accomplished today. Basically, we've got a website up, blogger relations, lists, product development. We've got a system that works. We're moving in this direction. We're looking for $1 million to essentially accomplish these things, which is expanding our technology and perfecting it, validating it, coming up with 8 funds, 1,000 members, 100 investors. And that will get us where we need to go to get to this point, which is where we will raise our A round and develop the company into something that we will then have acquired. This is myself, Mark Lester, CEO. I've built and sold a lot of private companies in the real estate sector. Prabhu Rahman, unfortunately, cannot be with us tonight. Formerly the COO of Merrill Lynch's Global Real Estate Funds Group, focusing on South America. So we've got a ton of fund experience there. And Jennifer Neely, our CMO, with a lot of online social marketing experience, which is very important to us on the customer side of our business. This just a quick look at the financials. You can kind of see where we're going. 100 investors, 1,000 investors, 4,500, and eventually 16,000. You can pretty well tell what happens to the revenue and the expenses. Our gross margins are steady state, but we think as we move away from having to share our revenue capture with intermediaries, that funds will have a tendency to want to come direct with us. And so we'll begin to see that gap close a little bit, and the gross margins should actually increase. And this is where we end up. I'm looking for $1 million for an 18-month plan. We're offering an 8% convertible note. You can see how we're spending the money. It's largely business development at this point. What this buys you is $2 million in revenue, 1,000 customers, fully functional technology, positioned for A round. We see an exit of about $256 million. That's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.